This month marks 10 years of raising awareness about autism, and while much research has been done, it is estimated that 67 million people around the world live with the condition. Joining me now to talk about the latest developments in identifying and treating autism is Dr. Selena Moore, a pediatrician at West Boca Medical Center. Thanks, doctor, for joining us today. We really appreciate it. All right, autism definitely over the last 10 years, it's something that has been brought to light and more people are understanding, and so much research has been done. What do you want people to know about autism and children who may be on the autism spectrum?
Well, we really need to focus on identifying these children and getting them to early intervention quickly, because that is the mainstay of the treatment.
And so there are a lot of misconceptions that have really kind of been cleared up. However, you still hear about them.
Yes.
You still see things online, on social media when it comes to vaccines. But children are born with autism.
Correct.
This is not something that's acquired. Clear up some of these misconceptions for us.
Well, there are a lot of perinatal, prenatal, and postnatal factors that go into the cause of autism. What autism is not caused by are vaccines. So that we know. However, what we don't know is that there is not one particular cause. There's definitely a genetic component to that, and there's definitely an environmental component to that. Probably there's also an inflammatory or infectious component as well, but there's not one single thing.
When you say environmental, what do you mean? I mean, I know that's probably a loaded question.
Right. Environmental, we have a lot of toxins in our environment. Now with Earth Day coming up, we don't know what exactly is out there that we're consuming when we're pregnant with babies that might be affecting them.
And talk a little bit about how a parent can actually maybe identify whether or not their child has autism. And a lot of times you don't know until maybe they get into school or you start seeing them develop. So what are some key signs?
We look for delays in both communication and in social interaction. So one of the first things that you will see is an infant or an older infant that does not maintain eye contact or has very poor eye contact. Lack of a social smile is another thing. And then we look at language as well. With language impairment, that a 1-year-old that does not babble yet is a red flag. A 16-month-old that does not have a single word is another red flag. And then if you have a 2-year-old who does not put 2 words together is another red flag.
Okay, so these are things that you should notice really early on, and if not you, your pediatrician should be noticing these as well. This can be a challenge for parents and children as they're going through schools, and yes, there are more and more resources out there, but really a support community. Finding a group of people that can be a support system for you, that's a big deal when it comes to kind of going through life with a child who has autism.
Right, so the first line of contact that you have is with your pediatrician. So your pediatrician should be able to plug you into a developmental pediatrician, for example, a neurologist or a psychiatrist, as well as early intervention programs. And within those early intervention programs where you have speech therapy, occupational therapy, and very importantly, you have behavioral therapy, right there you have a whole community of people who want to help your child.
And of course there are support groups out there as well, parents in similar situations. So many resources online, and this month really highlighting how much progress we've made in learning more and more about autism. Thanks for joining us. Some really great information. Of course, your pediatrician, I like that first line of defense.